Happy Monday. Hi, Elvin. Audie's, hello. Elvin says, please don't forget to hit the like button. PJ says, hello, hey, Pam, and reignite your radiance. Oh, darling, that's Giordana. She has her own YouTube channel called Reignite Your Radiance. It focuses on women in peri and in menopause, how to get through that stage in life, embracing it and reigniting your radiance with happiness, enjoying life, not like, right? Tiffany Brooks, hey Tiff, good to have you all here. This is a good topic. Let's get right into it. We're talking about anxiety. What can you do to calm your anxiety? So, first of all, at me, Beth, hey girlfriend. First of all, anxiety is not something that can be controlled. We try to get medicated. We do this, we do that. Why not? Because it's not our enemy. You may say, well, it's mine, Karen. It makes me very uncomfortable. It has sent me to the hospital. I've had panic attacks. My chest is coming out of my heart is coming out of my chest, and I think I'm having a heart attack. And they send me home because all the tests come out negative. Anxiety is an alarm. It activates at inconvenient times, right? But what is the purpose of it? To keep us alive. So you came on here because you want to just know, how do I calm it down? How do I get myself calm? But we're going to talk also about what anxiety is, where it comes from, where it originates from. What are some practical ways we can care for ourselves so that we minimize our anxiety levels? We don't want anxiety to stop altogether because it serves its purpose. It's just like the fire alarm in the house, the smoke detector. Some of us do. We get so frustrated because it won't stop beeping, or the battery is dying and it goes beep, 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 right? And we take it down. But if there's a fire, we're defenseless, right? So anxiety, what is the purpose? To keep us alive. Keep that in mind. But why is it uncomfortable then? Because it happens and activates at inconvenient times, right? It's like you're having a dinner party and the smoke alarm detector decides to go off. It's not, there's no smoke, but it just decides to go off and you're like, and you're embarrassed and right? Sometimes anxiety ends up controlling our lives to the point where we can't enjoy even simple things like being with our family and friends, doing things that we used to enjoy, right? So this is going to be a really juicy topic tonight, discussion. I have so many good things to share with you because I keep learning. I went to a seminar about anxiety, learned this stuff, and I'm like, everybody needs to know this. So if you know anyone that suffers from anxiety, please send them the link. Maybe they can join us even now live. If not, they could see it record. This will stay on YouTube and they can continue to see it. Meanwhile, in the future, for those who are here for the first time, my name is Karen Marinez. I'm an emotional wellness coach. And I focus on and help the exhausted woman. We're going to talk about exhaustion later, who struggles to feel comfortable in her own skin and overextends herself to please others. We all do it, have done it. And I help you to identify and process your emotions so you can find peace, passion, and purpose. That's what we want. Okay. I ask of you, wonderful people, please subscribe if you're not. If you're not, I'll give you a moment to do that. And it also helps get the message out to others. If you're subscribed and you like the video, YouTube will find the people that are looking for information on anxiety and they will get this information as well. Let me say hi to some more peeps. We have Carla. Hey, Carla. And B. Hey. So good to have you all here. Okay. And Renee, hey, you made it, girl. Good to see you. Good to have you. So here's a question for you all. When you feel anxious, and I say anxious because not everybody feels high anxiety, but we all have moments of anxiousness. When you feel anxious or when you have your bouts of anxiety, you're right, the moments that you feel the anxiety, what does your body do when you feel anxious? Can you put it in the chat? Okay, and we'll talk about why a little later. Okay. Hey, Olanda, hola, mi amor, qué bueno que llegaste. Okay, so our body has three essential mechanisms, right? When there's danger, what do? We have three options. One, flee, right? Fly away, get out of there, run for your life. Two, attack. I'm strong enough. Let's do it. I'm going to face my enemy and I'm going to fight them off and I'll survive and I'll go on about my life. But the third thing is to paralyze, fake death. You've heard of the possum. I didn't know it's also called the opossum. Looking up information on it, I found that out. Ramona, hey Ramona, good to have you here. As a kid, did you used to play possum, that game? You're faking death. That's what possums do. They fake death when they're threatened with a predator. Their body goes limp. They open their mouths. This was interesting. They even emit a foul smelling substance to mimic a decaying corpse, convincing predators that they're already dead. Isn't that interesting? So let's see what your body is doing when it feels it's in danger, because that's why the alarm goes off. We feel anxious because the body is saying, danger, danger. Okay. Does it want to flee? Do you get paralyzed and face death, or does it want to attack? Let's see. Someone says her heart races. Someone else says, I ruminate and feel revved up in my chest. You know what? Let me just bring this closer. Yeah, it's a terrible feeling. Sweaty palms, my heart races. I freeze and or shut down. Chest pressure, heart rate increases. Tingling on my legs. Very nice. So it's interesting, the tingling on the limbs, the heart racing, because the body is trying to, right? And sometimes we lose our breath. We may breathe a little differently, right? That's our body trying to fake death. Tingling on the legs, it's like, just slow down, just stop, just pretend like we're not moving. We're tingling, but we're not moving. um yeah, the chest, the sweaty palms, some people say their hands and limbs actually fall asleep, right? It's the body faking death, because it's, I'm going to play possum until the danger is gone. All right, if I play dead, the predator will go away and we'll survive. But you say, okay, I get the alarm thing when there's danger. I could see if I'm in danger, somebody's attacking me, but I'm laying in the bed trying to go to sleep. I just want to fall asleep. Or some people say, I'm at a religious ceremony. It's peaceful. It's right. It's calm. And I feel like I just want to jump up and run out, but I'm enjoying it. But the anxiety starts up and I can't enjoy it anymore. Why doesn't it make sense? Because 95% of what we do is the subconscious. Only 5% is logical. And our anxiety is always triggered by something that happened in the past. So your subconscious has a registry of every single thing from your past. You may not even remember it. And here you are. It may be a seemingly calm moment where you should be comfortable and relaxed. And the alarm starts sounding, danger, danger, as if you're in danger right at this minute. It could be a passing thought. It could be a scent. It could be a word that's said that triggers something in your brain. And your brain says, oh no, we are not safe. Alarm, alarm, alarm. And of course, it makes us uncomfortable. We feel embarrassed. My chest is racing and I'm sitting amongst these people and I should be laughing and joking like everyone else is and relax with my legs crossed. But I feel like I need to go in the bathroom and catch my breath. Or I have to leave. Sorry, sorry, but I got to go. An emergency, whatever the excuse we say. And it's like, this is inconvenient. This is not helping me. What is this? The brain takes you back to the same age that you experienced the danger, the trigger, the trauma. So when you're lying in bed and you're just trying to go to sleep, it's a normal thing. It could be that as a child, some catastrophe happened in the middle of the night. You were waken up by bad news at nighttime. The phone rang and something. So you're hypervigilant. It could be that there was a predator that would come into your room at night, or you would hear things, the neighbors argue, whatever the thing, and you may not even remember it. but your subconscious, your brain remembers it in detail. And that's why you're like, but I'm just, your body, your brain is not here. It's way back there in the past. Okay, let me see. Did anyone else? My mom used to say she just wanted to explode and let the pressure out. Yeah, because it's just, isn't that something? And it's amazing how a lot of times when our parents suffer anxiety, we also do too, because we learn it and we can actually take on their anxious feelings and develop that as well. One example is a woman. As a child, she was at the hospital. They wanted to give her an injection. She's deathly afraid of needles. She was so afraid, she fainted. Now, fast forward to now, she's an adult. She says, but why when I'm on a bus? A plane. She was the one to mention. I'm at a religious ceremony. Someone invited me to this special occasion. I'm sitting there. Everything is beautiful and calm. And all of a sudden, she starts feeling it. She gets panicky and anxious. She said, what? And the instructor said, where did that happen? What is your body remembering? It's remembering that you were in the hospital. You said, but what does the hospital have to do with a bus or a religious ceremony or a plane? He said they have three things in common: air conditioning, it's an enclosed area, and people are close up on you. Amazing. I was like, what? Things that we don't think about, but the the brain is very literal. Those three things, oh, this takes me to the hospital. And the brain is saying, this seems awful familiar. They're going to inject me again. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Like Ramona's mom used to say, she just wanted to explode. Let the pressure out. Let's go. It's a said, and as you're talking, I had an aha moment. Hey, Yolanda, Yolanda's part of our inner circle. Hey, good to have you. So it doesn't have to be logical. We always want things to make sense. But we have to remember that our actions, 95% of our actions are motivated not by logic, but by the subconscious. It's a said, did I say that already? She had an aha moment. Good. It's what the brain believes. I'll give you an example. I'm sitting watching a movie. Tom Hanks, love him as an actor. He dies. And what does Karen do? I start crying. Why? Tom Hanks is alive in real life, but my brain interprets that he died. My brain is right there in that moment when he passes away and the family finds him on the bed, right? So we cannot expect the brain to be logical. 95% is the subconscious. It remembers things, and we have to accept that. We can't change that. And it's for protection, right? Anxiety is for our body to say, alarm, alarm, danger, danger, there's a predator, let's get out of here. Okay, so that event that happened, whether you remember it or not, programs your mind a certain way because experiencing that event puts you in danger. In the example I gave, the woman in the hospital, the girl, she was like 7 in the hospital with the needle, she faints, danger, right? So that happened at 7. Now she's 35, let's say. And another experience is similar. It's like an activator of this. Boom. Another experience that makes the mind be hypervigilant. Predator, predator. Even though they happen from 7 to 35, the subconscious sees it all as one event. It can't distinguish. This happened at 7, this is at 35. And your subconscious puts you right back at the age that you experienced the original event. So every time you experience it, so say she experienced it at 7, then let's say 17, she got on a plane. 21, she comes to New York and she's on a train, right? Every day after that, she's on a bus and her heart is pumping and she's just trying to get to work and all this stuff is going. Every time you experience this event over and over and over in different forms, your body feels more and more helpless. It feels less and less capable of defending itself and living because it's thinking there's a predator out here. We're in this very similar situation and I can't breathe. I can't sit still. I'm about to explode. I want to scream and holler. I got to get out of here. Elevators, right? Some people know I'll take the steps. Why? It takes them back to something. It's so interesting. And there again, this is always about us learning about ourselves. So, what's needed? Well, distracting the mind. That's why those anxiety exercises work. Diaphragmatic breathing, because it, right? You're about to explode it. It brings the body down. Counting forwards and back, playing music. Another tip I saw today in doing research was if you speak more than one language, if you're speaking English, speak Spanish or whatever the other language is, because now the brain is focused on that language. We have to, because the mind is way back there and we need to distract it so it will calm down. Oh my God. So it will calm down. Okay. If you have any things that you have done in the past to help your anxiety to distract the mind, please share it. Okay. But what else is needed? Here's the good part. Better. It's all good. But this is where it gets better because the key is taking responsibility for yourself. You say, what do you mean, Karen? How? Well, you're reliving that traumatic experience. Just say you were 5, 6, 7 years old. When that happened originally, you didn't have the skills to handle it. That little girl, she didn't have the skills. She fainted. Her body was like, "Oh, let's just go limp. Let's play dead," right? And perhaps she woke up and her mom was there and she had spoken to the doctors and all of that. But she didn't have the skills to handle it. And again, whenever we experience anxiety, we go back to that original age, whether we're aware of it or not, and we're helpless. We're little kids. We don't have the ability, or somebody's on us and we're trying to fight them off. And maybe somebody came in and go, oh, that happened, and then we went and reported it. Whatever the thing, it could have been the death of a parent, some type of abuse as a child. You could do absolutely nothing. You felt helpless. So today, when that alarm goes off, today, you're 35, you're 45, you're 55, you have to convince yourself that now, no, I'm an adult. I am capable of saving myself. But how do you prove that to your subconscious? It's a very gradual process. And here's something you can do. We all have physiological needs that if we don't do these things, we will die. Like what? Eat, drink, sleep, urinate, defecate, and don't laugh, pass gas. These are basic things that if we don't do these things, we'll die. You say, what? You don't go to the bathroom. You don't eat or drink. You literally will die. All those things are physiological needs the body demands. You try to stay up. Some people do 24, 48 hours, doctors, nurses, or some people suffer from insomnia so bad I haven't slept for 3 days, they say. But eventually your body will give out. You cannot survive without sleeping or without drinking, right? So I want you to ask yourself, mm, you ready for the question? When I need to do those things that physiologically my body is requiring, like urinate, How do I handle that? Do I hold it? For whatever reason, oh, I'm working, I'm too busy. I'll just hold it. I just have a two more papers to get out, two more things to, or my boss is coming in 15 minutes. Let me just finish this. When he comes, I'll give this and then I'll go to the bathroom. Or maybe you are so just out of it. You have no desire to get up. You're just there. And you don't want to get up and go to the bathroom. So you hold it. What are you saying and demonstrating to your brain at that moment? What do you think? You're showing your body, your subconscious, that I'm not capable of keeping myself alive. You're not capable. You can't trust me. This is what you're telling your subconscious. Because a simple thing like going to the bathroom, you put it off. And your brain says, survive, survive. This person is not safe. The predator's going to come. I don't feel safe with her. She doesn't even go to the bathroom when we need to go. Isn't that interesting? So we have to think about our everyday moves, our activities, our actions, even with basic physiological needs. Are we ignoring ourselves to the point that our subconscious, our brain does not trust us? And then what does it do? There goes that alarm, louder than ever. It continues to sound. So ask yourself, do I respect my physiological needs? Am I vigilant about caring for myself, even in these very basic things? I want you to comment and let me know if you are. Here, let me look at some comments. Tips that I used to run away or shut down. However, I'm learning to do deep breathing and focus on what I see or hear in that moment. Very nice. Alejandro has posted the WhatsApp group chat. If you're not in the group chat, please join us so you can see what's coming up and everything that we offer. It just says, I usually pop in my earpods and listen to binaural beats, music, and tapping. It's part of my anxiety kit. I am very Hispanic. So I reach for my Vicks and my heating pad and place it on my stomach. Distraction, very nice. And those are good. And then Tiff says she does the deep breathing, very nice, and focuses on what she can see and hear in that moment. Last week we talked about that. Very, very good. Those are things that you do when you feel the anxiety. Let me know in the chat, do you, as you reflect right now, are there physiological needs that you ignore? Here's another example. The wife is home, she's cooked, she's hungry. Hubby texts, hun, I'm running late. I'll be there in 2 hours. I got caught up at the office. Does she eat? Or does she wait for her husband? Oh, I always wait for him to get home so we can eat together. Well, I don't like eating without my husband. Oh, the brain says, oh, so it's the husband that will protect us, not you. I'm not safe with you because you don't even want to feed us and we're hungry. Because isn't it true that she can eat? I mean, she's hungry. And then when he comes, she can sit at the table with him and maybe drink her water or whatever. Basic things, or vice versa. The husband who's hungry, he's home, has food in the refrigerator, but he wants to wait. He'd prefer to wait for his wife to come home, heat it up and serve him, or heat it up and they eat it together, or she figure out what they're going to eat. His brain said, oh, you're not safe. The wife is the one who's going to protect us, not you. Basic things, eating, sleeping. B says, I've been mindful of drinking water for my thirst. I want to signal self-care. Nice. Yeah. You're thirsty, drink water. Right? We go, I don't feel like getting up, or whatever the thing, whatever the excuse, the reason that we're ignoring ourselves. It's a guilty of not eating when I should. I wait on hubby. Yeah, and who knows what time hubby's getting home, right? And your body's like, hello. Can we take care of ourselves, please? Isn't that something? Sometimes it's cultural, right? Habit is what we saw our mothers do, our aunties. We saw this beautiful couple. Oh, they've been married 52 years, and that's what they do. She always waits for him. Oh, they're so cute. I want to be like that. But we're ignoring ourselves. That they're a good example of longevity in marriage, but is that habit good for you with your body that suffers from anxiety? Maybe she doesn't suffer from anxiety like that. DJ, hi DJ says, isn't that what happens when we diet? Oh, that's a good question. Well, even when we diet, we should never be hungry, DJ, right? Uh, I'm dieting, working on eating more healthy, and I have to learn that stuffed is not the appropriate thing. Being satisfied, Karen, right? But I'm dealing with a nutritionist. She's like, I don't ever want you to be hungry. So we're not denying ourselves by being hungry. We're eating to satisfaction and foods that are more healthy for us, right? So there is a difference. Excellent question, though, DJ. And B says, I used to hold on to bags of pee so I could send one more email, yep, or put away one more dish. But I ask myself, why are these things more important? They're not. So I go when I need to go nowadays. Awesome. That's it. Why put off something so important? And the body gives the signal, I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. But it's what we do. It's what we do. Let me know anyone else that has seen how they have ignored these basic physiological needs. So anxiety comes. Why? Because the brain believes, listen at this, that you failed in the past to protect it and you will fail in the future. It believes that someone else showed up because you were a child, somebody else probably did come help you, then the predator left. So we want to make it a goal on a daily basis to prove to our brains and the subconscious that we're worthy of trust. I'm going to take care of you, I promise, right? That you assume responsibility for yourself, that you are not dependent on others to take care of you. And we talk about this all the time, taking care of yourself, assuming responsibility for yourself. And what's going to happen? The anxiety will calm down. We need alarms in our life. We need that fire, right? The smoke detector. We put alarms on our cars, alarms on our homes. Why? We want to keep the danger out. And if there is danger, we want to be alerted to the danger so we can protect ourselves. But we don't want those alarms to go off haphazardly. We want them to go off when it's appropriate and there is, in fact, real danger. And it's the same thing with our anxious thoughts, feelings, that anxiety that robs us of our joy. When it starts infiltrating and affecting our daily lives where we can't breathe, we can't think, we're not comfortable in our own skin, we're not comfortable with those around us, people that we love, but all of a sudden, right? Now it's become a problem. But we can help it and minimize the alarm being so frequent, so loud by taking care of ourselves. Can we talk about rest? How many people here could just give me a thumbs up or say yes? How many people have a problem getting their rest, proper rest? Just like going to the bathroom, they say, I'll go to bed later. Let me just see this last show. Or I'll go to bed later. I'm scrolling. Let me do Instagram a little more, Facebook. Or I'll go to sleep later. I need to do this, this, or this. Or I cram 10, 15 big things in my day that pull on me emotionally, physically. Maybe I'm talking a lot uh, and I'm drained. My brain is exhausted. But I do it because I want to show up for everybody else. But when I'm showing up for everybody else, I'm not showing up for myself. And that's a problem. That's why I talk to the exhausted woman, because that's what we do. And it's no good. We can't hit, and we rush everywhere. We don't take time even to breathe. That's another thing. I'm so busy giving. I don't have time to go to the bathroom. I didn't have time to eat. I haven't had a full night's sleep because I've been doing and doing, or we're so busy worrying about other people's stuff that we're not taking care of ourselves, our own basic needs. Does that ring a bell? Does that sound an alarm for you? Does it sound familiar? Let me know. Yep. Look. Oh, look at all the the thumbs up. Yeah. Everybody saying me. Yep. That's a problem, lovelies. We need to care for ourselves, but big time. So that's something that's something that needs to change. How can we change it? Let me know in the chat. What can you change in your life so you can get more rest? And I would like to say relaxation, downtime. You know what happens? We run. And as we're running, we're rushing from one activity to the next, one appointment to the next, one obligation to the next. We cram so many things in one day because we got to get it all done, right? And our anxiety, right, it pushes us to act like that. And then what happens? We get to a point where we feel so on zero, so pushed to the limit. Mentally, we're exhausted. Physically, we're exhausted. Emotionally, we have nothing. And now we're running on fumes. Do you know what that does to the body? We're not even going to talk about the subconscious. What does that do to the body? Just the exhaustion. The body says, okay, shutting down. We get a bad cold, bronchitis, something is going to throw us in the bed for a week. Now we really can't get the things done that we wanted to get done. Or we have this massive migraine that doesn't stop, right? Or our shoulder starts to hurt, or our hip, something in the, because the body is going to say, the body is keeping score. This is too much for me. Or we feel more anxious, right? More heart pounding out of our chest because it's just way too much. And I want you to think about it. Is it loving to treat yourself, to treat ourselves like that? I used to do it. Before learning this, I used to do it all the time because I had to be there for everyone else. That was my the obligation that I put on my shoulders with my family, my friends, everything, everybody. There were no boundaries. I was talking to a client this morning, and I said I had no boundaries, even in my marriage. Whatever you want, let's just do it. I just want you to be happy. But wait a minute, marriage is with two people, and oh, I'm one of them. How about I make myself happy and he makes himself happy, and then out of our abundance, we give to each other? How much better is that? B says, I use TV to self soothe. I'm productive by doing too much. Even today, I agree. Yeah. I guess you meant but doing too much. Yeah. Oh, I'm the queen of productivity. Let's get it done. But we have to be careful. And I think, yeah, I shared this with you all. Bebe. Hola, bebe. Hello, me. um, I've shared this before, but we have a few new people on. And it was a while ago when I got offered, when Vimes came to me and said, look, Karen, we want to offer our classes and everything and we want to offer coaching sessions in English. Would you be willing to join our team and be the English part of it? I couldn't say no. I was like, sure, right? By then, though, I was such a different person. I was such a different person. I could say yes because I had taken off so many unnecessary obligations that I had taken on that were other people's things. When you're so exhausted, you can't even take advantage of great opportunities because you're just done. You're on zero. You're running on fumes. But because I wasn't, and I had let all that other, even the obligations and living without boundaries, all that is gone away. I said, I'm scared to death, but sure, right? And I reached out to One of the coaches at that time that worked with Vimes that I loved, she taught at least two of the classes that I took, and oh, I just loved her. But I noticed that she stopped. So I wanted to know why. So I reached out to her. She said, sure, we can talk. We talked. And that was what she told me, Karen. It was the best experience of my life. I still have a few clients, but I don't do it anymore. I'm just finishing up with them as long as they need me. And then she said, because I burned out, I didn't take care of myself. She said, if there's anything I can ask of you or advice I can give to you, take care of yourself. So that's why I find myself on vacation often. I enjoy it. I shut everything down. I stay connected, but work is put to the side. This weekend we were celebrating our wedding, 23rd wedding anniversary. Beautiful weekend. Karen, put that phone away. Enjoy yourself. Plan your life. Do your stuff. Have extracurricular activities, hobbies. I had my downtime reading novels, books. Sometimes it's about anxiety and things like that. Other times it's just a mystery or something to take my brain, to take my mind away. I'm taking better care of my health. I'm exercising. I'm eating better so I have more energy. Right? I focus on caring for Karen so that when I turn on my screen and I'm here with you, I'm 100%. I'm not giving you, oh, here I go. It's 9 o'clock. No, I'm excited to be here. I'm rested. I take my time. I sleep in some days. I'm flexible. I don't clog my and clutter up my calendar like it used to. I used to open my calendar book and people would look and say, oh my God, Karen, it was full. And a couple of weeks ago, we talked about that. Declutter your calendar, your to-do list. Take some things off. And I guarantee you, if you're that person, unbalanced, overachiever, gotta be perfect, I gotta get it done, that if you have a list of 20 things, at least 8 to 10 of them are someone else's responsibility, but you take it on. I got this. I can do it. There's a video I've done, was it last year, about the ego? Please go look at it if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, review it, because our ego moves us to do things because we just want to feel needed and I want to save the day. And if I'm here and I'm taking care of these other people, then they will always love me and they'll always be here for me, which isn't the truth. But that's how we fool ourselves and we get caught up in this thing. Ooh, and it's the spinning hamster wheel. We can't stop ourselves. But a basic physiological need is sleep and rest. It's so important. And you have to fill your cup up first. It's so important. When you do, you don't give to others and resent that you had to give to them. These people, you give, you're happy. When I'm finished here tonight, I close this thing down. I'm happy, I'm joyful that I was able to share this time with you, share this information with you because it's benefited me. It wowed me. It can benefit you, right? So let's take care of ourselves, prioritize ourselves, unexhaust ourselves so that first, we convince our brain and our subconscious that we are safe people. Look, that we're vitamin people for ourselves. How about that? I talk about vitamin people in our circle of friends, but can we be vitamin people to ourselves? Can we energize, protect, take care of ourselves? Basic needs, very important. And then pour into ourselves, whatever relaxes you. Some people like whatever your hobby is. Some people say, Karen, I don't know what I like. I don't have a try different things. Or what did you like doing as a kid? The thing I want to do this summer is I want to go to Central Park. I live in New York. I want to go to Central Park, rent a bike, and I want a bike ride. Elvin, get ready. He's probably like, oh God. But I want a bike ride. I used to love riding a bike. But I live in an apartment. I can't hold a bike, store a bike, unless it's sitting in my living room. And aesthetically, I don't like the way that looks for me. So I would love to rent a bike, get my helmet. They have all around Central Park, they have all these places that rent. And I want to do that and then have a picnic in the park and just, oh, enjoy that. Right? Think back to when you were a child. If you were able to have a childhood where you played, some children were not allowed to play. They had huge adult responsibility. So in that case, you have to really search even harder. But some of us had childhoods where we were allowed to be children. There was stress and dysfunction, but we were still allowed to be children. What did you used to like to do? Did you play jacks? Did you play cards? You play board games? What did you do? Figure it out, try to remember, and do it. Make time. Take those 8 or 9 things that's for everybody else, give them back to those people. Let them handle their life, their business. Let them be responsible for themselves so their anxiety can go down, right? And then you put in there, after you declutter your schedule, you put in me time. Oh, those 2 words, me time. When I see that on my calendar, oh, so and I do it on a weekly basis. And it's whatever Karen wants to do, whatever fills me up that day. Because today it could be a park, tomorrow it could be just sitting on my couch watching YouTube. Next week it could be taking a long walks up right by the beach. Whatever the thing, let's do it. Someone says, Bebe, am I pronouncing it right? Your name? Thank you so much for being in a good place in order for you to say yes. Yeah, you see that? Thank you for acknowledging it. Yeah. And I was like, sure. Right? We're able to then enjoy life better because we're in such a better place emotionally, mentally, physically. Because if I'm eating better, I'm sleeping better, I'm rested, right? I'm doing all those things. I'm a better me. I'm happier. I'm physically better, healthier, and definitely emotionally and mentally. Okay, does anyone have any questions? I forget who had asked me that other question about dieting. That was DJ. Excellent question. Does anyone have any other questions about anxiety or anything in general? I want to tell you about something else that causes us anxiety. A lot of times it's family, right? Sadly, but it's the truth. And don't feel bad about it. It is what it is, right? So, oh, but my parents, yeah, they stress me, but my clients tell me, but they're really good people. I know that. We know, of course, they're wonderful people, but they have their own issues and emotional challenges and their own history, things they've gone through. So it reflects onto you, but it doesn't make them a bad person. But how do we handle family? How do we make sure that we can heal the relationships within family, that we are not, speaking of taking on more, sometimes we're the one, right? We're the captain of the ship in the family. We got that responsibility and we take it on and we're running and doing, and we're not even sharing it because everyone else makes us say, you do it better. Oh, you're so smart. You got this, right? They put it all on us. It could be caregiving for elderly parents, whatever the thing. How do we get out of those roles so that we could better take care of ourselves? I'm going to do a seminar on family this Saturday, May 10th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll take breaks in between. It's a phenomenal seminar. It is $67. If you're interested, reach out to me, whether it's all my information to be at the bottom of this, the YouTube in the show notes. My email is Karen M as in Michelle Coach at gmail.com. If you're in the chat, you can reach out to me there, or you can text me in private if you have my information and let me know that you want to join. If you're going to find me on Instagram, you can DM me on Instagram, right? And be there from 5 to 8. Another really interesting way of taking care of ourselves. You say 3 hours. Oh, I don't have that time. I'm so busy. It's a Saturday. But give yourself permission to give yourself 3 hours just for you. One of the ladies that's going to come, she's actually a YouTube member. She said, Karen, actually, I'm pet sitting. So it's perfect. I won't even be in my home. I'm going to be in another home. I'm going to get on and I'll be able to totally focus. I said, good for you. Give yourself that time. Another person who is, she's the CEO of Vimes. She survived breast cancer. And she said it this way. She said, when you have cancer, for instance, or any other illness, and you're sitting in the hospital for hours and hours waiting for the doctors to come through, right? Whether you've experienced or you've been there for someone else in the hospital, you're at there mercy, you wait on them. Or if they say you need chemotherapy, you're sitting there for how many hours getting the chemo. You don't just say, oh, I'm only available from this time to this time. They tell you when to come in, what, right, where to sit, what you're doing, how long it's going to take. So to give yourself this time to enjoy the seminar from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and you just sit there and enjoy the information, reflect. It helps you learn more about yourself. We all are a part of some type of family unit, and we want the family unit to be happier because we all have issues in our family. I invite you to come on over and join us on Saturday, okay? So B says we have to prioritize our needs too, right? Yes, my love. Definitely. Mm. Tiffany says, how long did it take you to get to the place of taking care of you, clearing out that schedule? So here's what was the blessing for me. My cleansing of my schedule and learning all these things happened during the pandemic. So everything was shut down. I was indoors like everybody else. And I took in these classes. They were all in Spanish. I absorbed them. I had time to reflect. Sometimes I'd be in two classes simultaneously. One would be on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The other one was Tuesday, Thursday, or every day. And I was in on the Zooms and I took that stuff in. So it was a good 2.5 years. I was just dead on focus because we were inside, right? It was such an advantage. I had no idea. And I never took these classes to help others. I was doing it for myself, just to save myself. So how long did it take to get the place of, I would say, about 2.5 years. Some classes I took over. I took 2 or 3 times because they were so good. And each time you take it, they're adding more information to the classes. That they lo actualizan. They bring it up to date. And then I'm at a different place a year later. So I take it again, right? And it's like, oh, I didn't get that the last time, and it was there, but right. So I would say a good 2.5 years without life being so disruptive because there was no life outside of these four walls, right? I would say a good 2.5 years. I was working separately from home. Everything was from home. It took a lot of time, but boy, am I so glad I did it. It was worth every tear, every moment, every jaw dropping moment, taking notes, right? Yeah. Definitely worth it, clearing out that schedule. So by the time I went back to real life, right away, my body would send off the alarm. If I'm about to do something, I could feel the chest. And I would literally say, it's okay, listen. Listen, I promise you, I'm not going to do it because my body's like, I remember how you used to abuse me. And I would have to literally say, no, 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 don't worry. I promise you, I'm not going to do it like that anymore. I'm going, but I'm only going for 2 hours. And just this one time, I'm not going to do this like I used to 3 or 4 times a week, 4 hours at a time. No, no, no. And I would literally talk to myself because I could feel it. And I'm like, I'm driving, right? I'm like, what? Because that was an activity that I did so often and it was exhausting before the pandemic. My body remembered it. That subconscious is like, girl, don't you go there. And I would have to remind, I promise you, I'm not going, we're just going to do two. This is just this one time. And then I'll do it again in a month. Don't worry. Yeah, it takes time for the body. but just that alone, that's my sign, Karen, pull back. Even now, what another thing my body does, somebody asks me to do something that is outside of what I'm willing or able to do. Before I would have just jumped in and did the best I could. But my body does this. I literally feel something in my throat, like somebody's about to choke me. And then I listen to my body. She's there to protect me. I'm not going to be able to help you with that. And that's it. Yeah. I'm writing all this stuff on my to-do list on a Monday, but in my mind, I know that if it's not all for Monday, There are like 3 things that I want done today. The rest, as long as I get it done by Friday or Saturday, I'm good. But before it had to all be done on a no, no, I don't live like that anymore. Once you get on the other side of it, you never want to go back to that because that feeling is horrible. You're feeling it now. You know what it feels. It's terrible to be on negative, not just zero, but negative. It's the worst. No, no, no. And I listen to my body, and I also don't want to feel that. So I don't. It's not worth it. And I'm such a better person for it. I'm happy, and everybody else around me is happier. Oh, baby, I'm pronouncing it right. Good. Okay. DJ, learning how to give myself permission for me time. DJ, yes. That's what we talk about around here. Please keep coming back so you can learn. It is so important. So B says, Coach Karen, what are some good techniques for calming situational anxiety? For example, giving a presentation at a religious service. Yes. So here, I have some notes here. Right. So you're about to you're about to get up there on that stage and give a presentation. Diaphragmatic breathing is my number one favorite. It's breathing out of your diaphragm, not your lungs. I have a video on it. I encourage you to lay down on the couch or on your bed and practice because it takes time. We want to distend the diaphragm or the stomach, the belly, not the chest. Okay? And why does it work? Because the slower you exhale, you breathe in, you hold it, and then you release, right? The slower you exhale, the more you engage the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body down. After it's been in shock or a bad fright, right at this moment, you're like, oh, I'm about to get up on the stage. And you could do that right there. And you don't have to put your hand, you can do it, right? And no one has to know. You can't be scared and calm at once. So by focusing on lengthening your exhale to get the most out of it, and you just, that long exhale tells your body everything is okay. If you have 5 minutes to wait and you're sitting there doing that, no one knows around you. They can't tell. I guarantee that'll help you. Another one that I learned tonight in doing research for this are stretches, releasing tension with movements you can do almost anywhere. I'm sorry, I'm excited. Okay, here's one. Gently press the tip of your tongue to the roof of the mouth, and your jaw will often fall open and relax on its own. This might be something you need to go to the bathroom for, maybe, or if you're in the corner, you could do it. And I tried, I'm like, oh, and the mouth, and then it relaxes. Tilt your head forward and roll it around slowly on your neck clockwise. This is you go in the bathroom for this, right? And you don't want to do this in the front row before you go up for your presentation. Then you could go counterclockwise, raise your eyebrows up and down a few times to loosen your facial muscles. It distracts the mind, but it also releases tension because we're holding all this in our bodies, right? Shrug again, don't do this in the front row, but shrug your shoulders like you're saying, I don't know. Leave them up high for a few seconds and let them fall up again. Isn't that amazing? And then of course, this is what you can do like right before going on stage or doing a presentation or something like that. Those are just two. There are many more, but those are simple things that you can do so that you can release the tension. Ramona, I think it's harder once we've already been burned out. The body has been so hurt. It has, Ramona, and I know you. You are a doer. Oh my, you are an amazing woman. All of us are. And the body has been burned out. That's an amazing question. But it's just like you break your hip, right? That hip is broken. You need hip surgery and then what? Physical therapy. It may take weeks and several months. Sometimes you do the physical therapy in a rehab, then you go home, they send a therapist home, right? Before you had it every day in rehab, now you have it 3 days a week, then they put you to 2 days. It takes time to get, and then you're still on a walker or then a cane, right? I remember my mom broke her hip. She went through all of that some years back. And the woman in the rehab said, I'm so glad your mom is here. She was better mentally at the time. She was more lucid because she has dementia. But and she's screaming out right now. I have no idea why. But she said, the lady said, I could tell in the street people that have broken their hips and they didn't finish the physical therapy because they always have like a limp, right? So you've been burned out. We don't want to stay there, right? We want to walk backwards. So you could start by taking a breath before making a decision to do all these things for all these people. Before you do all these things for all these people, you say, what have I done for me lately? Right? Am I rested? Should I take a day and just rest? Go sit in a park, sleep in, right? Give myself permission to relax, take time for myself, like Bee said, right? All those things we can heal even after the damage is done. Someone has a heart attack, they get the surgery, maybe a stent put in or something, and now they change their diet and they start walking every day. You're going backwards. Of course, if someone is not there at burnout, great. Less work so we stay here and we don't even get near it. But if you're here already, it's not too late. Let's just move backwards. Declutter your to-do list. Bring it down. Give yourself permission to say no. We have to set boundaries. It's so important. Those who have taken my classes, they know the Hartman dramatic triangle, right? Those 3 questions we ask ourselves. When someone asks us if we could do it, did they ask us? Or when we're motivated to do something, did they ask me? Can I? And do I want to? If any of those answers are no, we don't do it. It's a lot of good stuff. And it's almost 10 o'clock. We should stop so we can all get our rest, right? But it's not too late, even if you're at burnout or more. The body has been so hurt, yes, trampled on, stomped, but who did it? We did it. No one else did it. We did it to ourselves. So now we can undo it. That's all. That's a very powerful, if I did it, I can undo it to the best of my ability. I can from now on say no more often. From now on, clear my schedule more often. From now on, mediate what I'm doing, I'm only doing the things that I love, for instance, right? All those things. You can do it, all of you. B says, thank you so much. Very helpful. I'm so glad. It's so good to have you all here. You're an amazing group of females. For those that are not in the chat, but you're there watching, hello, we appreciate your support. For those who are seeing this later on recorded, we're so glad to have you here, that you watch us, that you're tuned in. Let's keep taking care of ourselves. Let's keep proving to our body and to our subconscious that we are worthy of trust. I'm responsible for myself. I got you, girl. Don't you worry. We're in this together. I'm going to protect you. I'm not going to push you to the limit anymore or beyond the limit. No, no, no. And we're not dependent on others. We are going to do this ourselves. Te prometo. Te voy a cuidar. I'm going to take care of you. I love you. You're the best. All right? Mwah. Love you all. What did I want to say? Again, let me know about the family seminar if you're interested. It's on Saturday from May 10th from 5 to 8. But also, if you have any other questions, put them in the chat, the group chat, and we can continue this discussion. If I get enough questions, we can continue the discussion next week. All right? Big hugs to you. Rest, get sleep, take care of those basic physiological needs. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.